recreation area as we go along. I graduated from the Ortonville High School in 1950, and I was married later that year, October 1st, 1950. I have 4 sons. We have 4 sons together. The oldest one is Donald, and Roger, and Mark, and the youngest one is Steve. I worked for Sears Roebuck at first. The minute I graduated, I went down to Sears and got a job. And I was there for a while, for a few years. Worked in Pontiac. We lived in Pontiac first, so we only had 1 car. And most people only had 1 car, and we're lucky to have 1 car.
What car was it, Mary Alice?
It was a 46 Plymouth.
Ah.
And Belvedere. And I fell in love with Arnie probably in that 46 Plymouth. And,
I'm sure we have stories of that later, huh?
I could say something, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
It's best you don't, Mr. Sutton.
He might know something.
No, I just know how kids operated.
When it's your turn, I'm gonna find out, and I know how you met yours, but I'm gonna find out. I served as president of the Historical Society for 12 years, Arnie and I did, and I have been a member of the Historical Society for 48 years out of their 50 years. They've been in existence. This is the beginning of our 51st year. And I'd like to show you how it looked when we got it, that it was in a very poor condition. It needed work. The building was out of square, and it needed to be jacks put on it and put it back. And the first thing we had to do was put a new roof on because it was leaking water like a sieve. And we have been working on this wonderful, wonderful old building for 50 years, and we're happy to tell you that almost 100%, probably 98% of the work that's been done on this building and the men's school is all done by volunteers. This speaks very well of Ortonville and surrounding area, that this could happen in this day and age because everybody wants to get paid. But we don't get paid here. We're all volunteers, and we're happy to serve. We're happy to serve Ortonville, and we would love to have the children come and see the men's school, and they can write on the blackboard, and they can sing songs, and they can have a spelling bee, and they will enjoy the day playing Annie-I-Over and with the old-fashioned toys.
All right, can I stop you there, Mary Alice? I'd kind of like to hear a little bit from Arnold because he's got the other half of the Seelbinder story.
All right.
I was born in 1926, the same day as Queen Elizabeth. I had the same birthday, April 21st. I went to man's school for 8 years. At the time when I graduated from the school, I was the only 8th grader in that class. I farmed. I did everything that a farmer would do. My dad was in a sawmill. He's cut, buzzed wood and things like that. And I helped carry logs when we buzzed wood. And one time he buzzed over 80 cord in one day for the Green Genesee Valley. I moved to Ortonville in 1945. I graduated from Ortonville in 1944, right during World War II. Then we moved to Ortonville in 1945. My dad was in the insurance business. He was a farmer or carpenter, and he did about everything. 45 during the GM strike. my brother and me cut over 400,000 feet of log for the crosscut saw. That was hard work. Then I worked at 3 GM plants, Pontiac Motor, Fisher Body, and Truck and Coach. I had 11 years in there. And then I got in the insurance business. I took the agency over from Dad in 1962. I went to Michigan State for basic fundamentals of insurance. And then I was with my wife, Mary Alice. We joined a museum down here. And I loved it. It was old stuff, like I got used to. And we, 12 years, we managed of the whole museum. And my wife, Mary Alice, she said most of it. And
You were into the antiques even before you started the Historical Society, correct?
I have a big collection of carpenter's tools and stuff like that. And we've been in the antique business for 40 years.
We rely on both of you a lot for authenticating anything that comes into the museum. So thank you for that.